Hi, I'm Vanessa.
Hi, and I'm Katie, and welcome to this morning's Good Morning KU. Welcome to this gloomy Thursday afternoon.
It is.
It's morning.
It is kind of a gloomy morning. Third day into April. I feel like once April started, the rain kind of started. It just seems kind of coincidental.
This whole week it's been very rainy.
Right. We had a couple of days of like warm sun, and now it's just kind of dreary, and people are kind of wanting the semester to be over, but you know, this
43 days
right.
until summer. That's the last day of final. I have a countdown on my phone, all ready to go.
I do too. I have a countdown. Yeah, so that's coming up. This is the last full month of school, so make sure you're keeping on track and getting things done. Right. But in news today, there was the Fort Hood shooting.
Yep, that happened yesterday, and 4 were killed. It was the Iraq veteran, Ivan Lopez.
Right.
And that's very tragic.
We'll hear more about that later on the news. Also, the earthquake in Chile. There was an aftershock this morning after the earthquake that happened a couple of days ago. So
it was another high one. It was 7.6, I believe.
Right,
yeah.
and there's only been 6 deaths, which is actually really surprising for the magnitude that it was, and I think they were just really good at getting everyone evacuated. So, you know, that was kind of good to hear. That wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Yeah. Well, in better news, and I guess in happier news, let's talk about what's going on campus.
Right.
I guess this week we have the blood drive, which you can donate in the Union. There's a truck right outside. So come and donate blood if you can and if you're willing.
Right. I mean, it's kind of scary, but I've done it. It's fine and makes you feel good. It's a good thing to do.
I like to. I passed out last time.
You
I can't do it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, and I've been out of the country recently, so I can't donate it either. But if you're healthy and you feel like coming up here to donate some blood, go for it because it's a really great thing to do.
Where were you at recently?
I went to Belize for spring break. Yeah. So
fun. Yep.
Right. So that kind of makes it hard to donate blood. They don't let you do that. But also next week we have the Student Senate elections.
The Student Senate elections are going on next week, and you can vote on April 9th and 10th for that.
Right. And I hear you're running, so.
I am running. I'm running for School of Journalism Senator, and I'm excited about that. But yeah, Student Senate.
That's really exciting, so make sure you get your votes in because it's important, and you know, everyone's running for good causes, and it should be good. So
yeah, it's a big thing. I think we're one of the only Big 12 schools that actually puts that much power into the students' hand to decide what we want to do with all of our money, and I think that's a great thing that we are able to do that and have that much say with, I guess, $24 million, which is a big thing. Right.
It's really important, so make sure you go out there and get your votes in. And so actually coming up, we do have someone running that you'll be interviewing.
Yes, so. I'll be interviewing Vice Presidential candidate Mitchell Cota, and I'm excited about that. He has a lot of fun things to say.
All right, so after this, we'll be back with the interview.
Yep. Hi, and I'm back with my guest, Mitchell Cota.
Hello.
And Mitchell is, like I said before, running for a position for Student Senate, Vice Presidential candidate. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so with the new rules and stuff this year after the whole election reform, we had to actually go through a caucus, and in that caucus I was decided for the Jayhawkers coalition to be their student body vice presidential candidate. And yeah, so that's really exciting, and I'm happy to represent the people who usually aren't represented. So
it's great. So you're running with the Jayhawkers. What are some of your favorite platforms or initiatives that they have?
Yeah, so just to give a brief overview, we really want to make our platforms very accessible to students this year. So we've kind of split them into 3 categories. That is Conserve KU, Beyond KU, and Strengthen KU. Conserve KU is really about sustainability and beautifying campus, whereas Beyond KU is about what can we do to further our college experience beyond the classroom and beyond the college life. So like experiential learning, undergraduate research. And then finally, there's the Strengthen KU, which is really about like what do the students want? Whether that's residential hall life, whether that's Greek life or multiculturalism. that's kind of what we did. And to specify, like, one of my favorites is under Beyond KU, and that's a social justice minor. I just really think that we are a forward-thinking school, and we're very like top of the line, and we really need, in the Midwest, we really need to set a tone that this is something important to us. Just knowing that social justice, it's a big thing that's happening in the country right now, and a lot of students can really gain a lot of knowledge and expertise in dealing with a diverse workforce in the future. So yeah, I think it's one of my favorites.
Okay, yeah. So where can we find you on campus to get more information? Yeah,
we'll be passive tabling, which means that you all have to approach us for this week and next week. And then there'll be on voting days of April 9th and 10th, it'll be active tabling, and we'll be coming for you. So.
And I believe that we can find us on Wesco and on Daisy Hill.
Yeah.
And where can we, like, do you guys have a website or like?
Yeah, we have both a Twitter, an Instagram, and a Facebook page, all Jayhawkers KU. And then we do have a website, jayhawkersku.com, and I think it looks pretty snazzy. So.
So tell us about voting. Where can we vote next week? How do we do that?
Yeah, so it's April 9th and 10th, like I said, and you can do it basically two ways. You can go to www.ku.edu, and there'll be a link on there, and you can vote just online. Any student who's even part-time can vote. And lastly, you can vote like in person at a poll station, and there's poll stations on Wesco Beach and on Daisy Hill.
Okay, so that's good. They make it a little accessible, and you can do it online. You can do it in your PJs if you want.
If you want.
Yeah. Well, I believe that is all the time that we have, and we'll be right back with the news.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Joshua Smith.
And I'm Peyton Weaver. This is your Good Morning KU News Update. For the second time in the past 5 years, a killer has terrorized Fort Hood. Second gunman specialist Ivan Lopez has mental problems and is being treated for depression. Lopez killed 3 people at Texas Army posts before turning the gun on himself. 16 additional people are injured. In 2009, a mass shooting left 13 people dead at the same location.
FBI agents have seized thousands of cultural artifacts from a 91-year-old man's home in Indiana. The private collection had been acquired over the past 8 decades and includes objects from China, Russia, Peru, Haiti, Australia, and New Guinea. The aim of the investigation is to determine what each artifact is, where it came from, and how he came to acquire it.
NASA announced Wednesday they will be cutting ties with Russia except for the International Space Station. NASA employees are not permitted to travel to Russia or host Russian visitors. Communication is also severed as employees cannot email or hold teleconferences for their Russian counterparts. This decision is because of Russia's actions in Ukraine.
Residents in northern Chile endured a 7.6 magnitude aftershock of an earthquake this morning, after the magnitude 8.2 earthquake that caused 6 deaths on Tuesday. According to the Associated Press, the evacuation order was lifted around 2 a.m. this morning. The aftershock caused some landslides near Alto Hospicio, but no new damage or deaths have been reported.
President Obama and his wife are welcoming U.S. Olympic and Paralympic athletes to the White House today. The president will thank them for their performances and representing their country in this year's Sochi Winter Games.
17-year-old Quasi Anin was accepted to all 8 Ivy League universities. For most of the 8 schools, acceptance comes rarely, even among the USA's top students. Cornell University admitted only 14% of applicants, and Harvard accepted just 5.9%. Anin ranks number 11 in a class of 647 at William Floyd High School. His SAT score was at 2,250 out of 2,400 points, which puts him in the 99th percentile for African American students.
A 63-year-old woman was killed by a shark off the coast of Australia Thursday morning. Christine Armstrong was taking part in an annual swimming event with her husband and friends when she was attacked by a 10 to 13-foot shark. Police are still searching for her remains.
And that's all for today's Good Morning KU News. We will be right back with Riley for sports and weather.
If I had a superpower, what would it be? The ability to make things levitate. The ability to read other people's minds. To be able to hold my breath underwater for a long time. I would talk to the animals. I could turn water into snow.
Or you could just give blood.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Good morning, Jayhawks. We've got your sports update here. Kansas basketball commits Kelly Oubre and Cliff Alexander were both in action last night for the McDonald's All-American game. Both had their offensive highlights, but the story of the night for these two was defense. Oubre finished with 11 points, 4 blocks, while Cliff Alexander finished with 9 points, 11 rebounds, and 2 blocks. The NCAA men's basketball tournament will continue this weekend in Arlington. Number 1 seed Florida will face 7th seeded UConn, followed by number 2 seed Wisconsin versus 8th seeded Kentucky. The national championship will take place Monday, April 7th. With both Kentucky and Florida in the Final Four, there's a chance that 2 teams from the same conference could face each other in the championship for the first time since 1988 when Kansas defeated Big 8 conference foe Oklahoma. United States played a 2-2 draw against Mexico in Glendale, Arizona yesterday. The Americans squandered a 2-goal halftime lead. Sporting Kansas City's Matt Besler and Graham Zusi started for the United States. Azerbaijan will visit the United States men's national team to play an international friendly on May 27th in San Francisco, California. That's all we've got for sports. Now we've got Kristen Peterson outside for a weather update.
Hey guys, so it's looking pretty gloomy outside. It's really nice, but all you need is a jacket like what I'm wearing. So I think it'll be really nice today. It's going to be in the 60s.
So Kristen, do you think it's going to get a little sunnier later?
No, I think it's going to probably just get more overcast.
Well, that's no good. Well, what else are you seeing out there, Kristen?
I see the blood drive going on right over here.
It's a good event to go to if you're looking to donate some blood. And
what was that?
That's a good event to go to if you're looking to donate some blood and you haven't been out of the country in the past few years. All right, I think that's all we've got today for Good Morning KU. Thanks for listening.